This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of Canasil Resources, Mr. Bahman Yamini. Bahman, how are you this morning?
Great. Thank you very much, Gerardo. Good to be with you.
It's good to have you back. The last time you and I chatted, we had a chat about how we thought that the market wasn't recognizing the discovery hole that you had drilled from the Candy Vein at the Nora Silver Gold Project in Durango State, Mexico. I'm happy to say that it appears you were absolutely correct. You just intercepted up to 3,671 grams per ton silver equivalent. And if you want to break that down, it's 36.7 grams per ton gold and 1,010 grams per ton silver. Those are, just absolutely spectacular numbers. Can you provide an overview of the news today? The market seems to really like it. You're up 20% today.
Of course, Gerardo. We're very excited about this intercept in hole 06 on the Candy Vein. It's about 100 meters further north than hole 04, which was the last one we talked about, where we also had excellent results, and that was the start of the discovery. And I think this one in number 6 is confirming it. And the grades are spectacular. We're very pleased. They're very high gold numbers as well as very high silver numbers. So it's great to see both occurring together. And more importantly, we have multiple bands of mineralization over nice widths. And of course, those very high numbers that we're talking about are in the core of the mineralized bands over, let's say, a 50 centimeter to a meter interval. But all three bands carry very high grades of, 26 grams, 30 grams, 15 grams gold, and 500 to over a kilo silver. These are fabulous. These are fabulous grades. And to have them in three bands, there's one narrow one at the bottom, which is only about 30 centimeters, but then the middle one about 1.65 meters, and then the 2.65 meters. These are very nice widths, and good to see these multiple intercepts in the one hole.
The widths are extremely important, right? Because oftentimes you'll see a news release and, it'll be 2 centimeters of 1,000, grams per ton silver or gold. And it really doesn't matter because they're not mineable widths. They'll never turn into an economic deposit. The widths that you're starting to see here, while narrow, do encourage the thesis that you could very well be onto something that has mineable widths, correct?
You're right. And just for reference, because this is a question, with different types of deposits, etc., everyone's different, but these epithermal vein systems, if you take the world-class mines like Pan American Silver's La Colorado or Fresnillo PLC's Fresnillo mine or the new Fresnillo Mag Silver joint venture at Juanicipio, the average width of the veins, the average, is around 2 meters. Now, of course, these vein systems, they can have zones where you go up to 10, 15 or more meters, and then you can have spots which are much narrower, but that's the average width. So these are definitely 1.65 meters, 2.65 meters are well within what you see in world-class mines, and definitely, they're music to the mining engineers' ears. So they're definitely mineable widths, and these are excellent grades over those widths.
Can we talk about hole 5? I'll play devil's advocate a bit and say hole 6 was absolutely bonanza grade numbers, right? Hole 5, a lot more moderate, right? You had 1.46 grams per ton gold, down at 151.5 meters over a true width of 0.72 meters. Can you explain the difference in location and orientation and why you think there was such a variance there between the grades from hole 5 to hole 6?
Of course, hole 5 is about 200 meters further north than hole 6. So hole 6 is actually closer to hole 4. It's about 100 meters north of hole 4. And then hole 5 is about 200 meters north of that. And we drilled them in that order because, interestingly enough, on hole 5, we had a higher gold number on surface. In the surface sample, we had 15 grams gold, and in hole 6, on the surface sample, we only had 6 grams gold. So we drilled that one first, and these systems, as we mentioned, they pinch and swell. There are cracks in the rock that the fluids are coming up in, and it could be pinching at the top of that level. So we're just hitting a narrow intercept with lower grades. But the fact that the vein is there and we are locating it is very promising. So this opens up drilling below this intercept on hole 5, and also it opens up the whole section, the 200-meter section between 5 and 6 for further drilling, as it does also the section between 4 and 6. So it really opens up the whole vein for drilling along strike and to depth. I think we're really onto something here, and it warrants a lot of further attention and further drilling.
Let's talk about that further drilling. Obviously, you're still in the midst of this program here. What plans are being made to further explore this discovery?
Well, we see a lot of silver everywhere on this property. We have about 1,200 surface samples. There's disseminated silver everywhere. All the Pathfinder elements are showing signs of a very large system. So we knew that we were onto something at Nora, but the key was to drill this vein below the old artisanal mine workings and below some of the high-grade samples we have to make sure that the vein is there and it returns high-grade mineralization, which now that's confirmed. So that's extremely exciting for the project as a whole and for plans for further drilling. So this is definitely a discovery in process and warrants going back with a bigger program and continuing working on the project. So we're very excited about that.
Excellent. And you mentioned in the release that 2 additional drill holes have been completed to test the Nora vein 600 meters northeast of the Candy vein. Can you provide some context there?
Yeah, that's a very high-level outcrop there with very low grades on the surface, but we just saw a wide structure there, and it looked like an interesting structure. So that was just really prospecting more than anything else. It warranted testing, so we've had a look at that. So we'll wait to see what results those give.
Excellent. Well, again, the market's excited. I'm excited. Congratulations. Phenomenal results. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, Bahman? I know you have a stable of very attractive projects, especially in light of the current precious metals and base metal prices, right? For a bit there, we had the base metal suffering, and, copper's at $3.47, zinc is at $1.28 a pound. Lead is at 94 cents a pound. And so you have other projects in the portfolio that I have to believe companies are inquiring about.
That's right. And we're busy and we're following the game plan. I mean, we had said that we would drill Nora, which we have done now. We have completed the holes on the Candy vein, which are very important. We've tested the Nora vein, which we said we'd do. And we're going on now to test and continue drilling on our La Speranza project, which is a flagship project, which has had a lot of drilling in the past, and we're very excited about getting to work on that. But these are projects that really now we can see La Speranza we knew from before, but now Nora as well. These are projects that warrant having a drill rig on there and moving forward, whether funded directly by Canasil or with a joint venture partner. So we are looking forward to those prospects going forward.
Excellent. Bahman, thank you for the update. I appreciate it.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Gerardo. Have a great day. Thank you.
You as well. Stay safe out there.
Will do. Likewise. Bye-bye.